What's up? This is Draco.
And this is Alicia.
And you're now tuned in to OD
Podcast.
Oh.
Period.
Yeah. You remember our song Show Out?
Dang, I wish, it's so crazy. Whenever I had old videos like those from back in the day on my iPhone, the quality would be so bad. There's literally no point of keeping it because you can't even hear or see what's going on.
It's on Facebook. I watch it all the time.
Okay, so that's where I draw the line. I really want to delete my Facebook account.
Oh my gosh.
Speaking of Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, y'all need to stop asking people for money. Okay.
They still asking you?
Listen, they ain't asking me, but I'm witnessing them asking others. I've seen somebody's birthday post today.
That ain't none of your business.
Never mind. It ain't even get into it. It's okay. You got a problem here and there, but some people need to be getting W-2s from Facebook. Anyways, all right. You got Black Business of the Week?
I sure do. I just had it up and I don't have it up no more because I was looking for something. Y'all bear with the queen. Okay, so I was recommended this from a follower of mine. Her name is The Skin Print. She's a makeup artist. Shout out to her. But she started
Sharjetta is her name.
What's her name?
Sharjetta.
Because
The Skin Print was a Black Business of the Week.
Oh, period.
She also suggested the same business.
Okay.
Yeah.
And we circling back. Okay. But she suggested that I try this juice bar. Because she saw me post some juices from another place that I go to or just started going to around the corner from me. And
around the corner from me. So how that work?
I don't know. Boy, it's probably closer to me than you, though. It's like 6 minutes from me.
Same. Let me put it in my GPS while you shout them out.
Okay.
So now we're going to find out.
So it's called Jazz and Juice Mobile Juice Bar. First of all, anything mobile, okay? Because one thing about it, I do not like driving.
Ooh, not 16 minutes.
That's what I'm saying.
In my mind, once I get on Atlanta Road, I'm already there.
I feel you, but I feel it.
Yeah, I like the term mobile too. I've been really succumbing to the mobile services, like the dog grooming, car wash, and all that.
Listen, all of the things. So she has a mobile juice bar. So she specializes. What really pulled me in, honestly, was because I immediately went to her website after she recommended it. So she does like custom juices. And I'm like, okay. And they are cheap. If you ask me, I'm like, dang, I wouldn't expect to pay this. I thought it would be more just because of how it looks. But what really drew me in was the fiber pulp sickle. So basically it's like a healthy version of a popsicle. And it says that you can get all the beverages available as a fiber popsicle, and they're made with coconut water, and they only $1.
One thing about it, I love pulp. I know people don't be liking pulp in their orange juice.
Me too.
Let me tell you something. If it ain't pulp, it ain't up.
I can't have orange juice without pulp in it. Like
unless it's at Waffle House. Something about them pouring that Minute Maid orange juice in a cup make it taste different. But I think
that it'd be like pulp tablets and they add water to it.
Okay. Like them little, remember them rags that was shaped like a dinosaur?
Very much that.
Anyway, carry on.
But yeah, so I haven't tried her juices yet, but I'm definitely gonna give it a try when I come back from this wedding that I'm doing this weekend. So if you listening, girl, put me some juices to the side. I got you. I'm definitely gonna order a few of them because I'm looking on here. I mean, literally every one. She even has shots, like wellness shots, which I love as well. She has teas, like loose leaf tea. Now that's a really big thing. I used to have a tea strainer, the little for loose leaf tea, but I haven't had that. I don't know what happened to it, so I got to buy another one. But
to get one too, actually.
Yeah, you know what? I tried the loose leaf tea thing for a minute, and the only problem is that I wasn't able to find like the teas that I normally like that are blended, like certain hibiscus teas with lemon. I didn't find them loose without them costing so much money. Because I know Tivana, they have
and Tivana gone. Dead to the bed.
Oh, they are?
Yeah, they've been closed for a few years.
You can get it online, though.
Yeah, they probably is online, but they close all their retail stores for sure.
See, that's how you know I don't go to the mall. But they expensive.
Yeah, I know, but they used to slap.
Yeah.
Like the back of my hand.
Listen. So I'm gonna try her out when I come back home. Y'all try her out. Her Instagram is here I go with my BS. Her Instagram is Jazz JAZZ and Juice _MJB. And of course, Alicia's gonna put it in the
Mary J. Blige.
Yeah.
Oh my God, Jazz and Juice, Mary J. I didn't even know.
All right.
No, that's for okay, cool. You know, I need to you be real up on top of the health stuff. I just be thinking like, let me just drink a bunch of water.
See, the thing is for me, 2 weeks ago, I started since I was home from work. I like to cook when I'm at home, so I eat a lot of unhealthy shit. Like when I cook at home, I cook Southern ass meals because I be craving it. And so after I eat it, like even for a few days after, I start feeling bloated and big and just, I'm just like, you know what? And then I always feel like I don't eat enough greens. So I make sure I put my green powder in my smoothie. I have like this superfood green powder, and then I take these organic green multivitamins, or I'll get a juice or something. So I try to stay up on that because I know that I don't eat as healthy as I should. So I need to maintain some type of something because I just don't want to have high blood pressure, and I need to detox my liver out, all that type of stuff. So no,
that's admirable. I mean, I'm inconsistent with it. I do pretty much eat healthy, except today I ate a whole bunch of ice cream. But who's here to judge me? Okay, exactly. Treat yourself, Alicia. But I know that's good.
I feel like it's all about moderation. If you eat it and you know you want it, I mean, do what you're gonna do, but flush it out, get it out of there.
Exactly. I used to have a habit. I used to meal prep green juices, and I would blend them before going to work in the morning. It's before I started really drinking coffee, and I would have a green juice for breakfast, and then by the time lunch come around, I would eat. But I fell off that train once I started drinking more coffee, which both of them made me go to the bathroom. So hey. Cool. All right, then, Mary J. Blige.
Oh my God.
No, I'm sure MJB stands for Mobile Juice Bar. I'm trolling per use, but appreciate that. Really, they don't contributed to two individual segments of Black Business of the Week. Let me find out.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's get into shop talk. So it's a few things going on. First things first is Kanye dropped his album finally. This was a very messy rollout. It was given dysfunction. Now I didn't listen because I heard that when you play the first track, you start rising up off the floor.
Oh my God.
So I ain't even bothered. I'm not a Kanye fan anyway, and I've decided that I am gonna get some fake easy slides because I don't want to support him. So here we are.
Listen, at least you're real about it. The thing I can respect about you is you've been consistent with that. You don't own any Yeezys. And then you just said you about fake ones because you don't want to support him. My thing about it is
cute. I like the slides. I think the slides are actually
very cute. But the thing about it is you're supporting you claim you don't support somebody, but then you still put money in their pocket. It just doesn't add up for me. That's why I just do what I do. I don't care who has a problem with it. You know what I'm saying? Like whatever. If I'm gonna listen to it, I'm gonna listen. If I'm buy the shoes, I'm gonna buy the shoes, but I'm gonna just shut up about it. You know what I'm saying? Like I may not like things that he say or do, but I'm not gonna get on the internet and complain and be stomping down. But while you marching against Kanye and Trump, but you got Yeezys on, I don't understand. Okay. But yeah, no. I applaud that. And then what I read was Interscope uploaded his album to streaming services without his permission.
Do you believe that? I do not believe that.
I don't know.
I don't believe it. First of all, look at how hectic the release dates have been left and right. And the date that they released it was actually one of the days. It was last week. That was the day. And do you really think Kanye is a huge asset to this label? You think that they would go behind you? What would they benefit from by releasing his album behind his back?
Money.
Really? You think that? Do you for real? Look, we talking about Kanye the West.
I mean, Kanye is bipolar, so I honestly don't even believe half of the shit he's saying.
I don't believe. Listen, that's what I'm saying. Now, don't get me wrong. The label is not above doing that, but I just don't believe it. I just feel like it's been all over the place, and maybe I forgot to change. You know, like when I upload the podcast, I schedule it for release. I'm pretty sure he just ain't go back and schedule it for release. So
Yeah.
here we are.
But I thought it was just so funny that of all people, Chris Brown and Soulja Boy decided to pop out and be like, "F Kanye, they took me off the album." And then there was also another girl too who she had went viral on Instagram a long time ago for singing a gospel
Yes, Brie
song.
Babineau was her name.
Okay, I ain't know her name. She had some stuff to say too, but then the man who actually who the song belongs to, the one who wrote the song and all that, he stepped in and was like, he actually came to me, the person who made the
Yeah,
song.
but let me state my opinion on that. Yes, you're absolutely right. There is an original writer of that song who gave clearance, but Kanye used Bree's clip. He didn't use the original song.
See, I
So
didn't listen.
yeah, I listened to the clip because when I saw the post, I swiped over and they had it. But he like warped her clip, and you could tell because when you hear the original song and you hear how she sang it, it's the exact same thing that Kanye put on his album. So to me, that's not the same thing, and I don't think that's that tricky thing with social media because once you put stuff out there, it belongs to everybody. Because at the end of the day, it is the guy's song, so it's kind of like. But I think it's tricky. It's murky waters because it's like, but Brie is the one singing the clip that you put on the song.
Yeah. She can get money from that still though if she sue him because that's the same thing that happened with Messi, Maya, and Beyonce.
Oh yeah, true. But the thing about it, suing is very easy. But I will say when you suing giants like that, it may not even be worth it. Like it's like, I mean, it is worth it. Don't get me wrong, but it costs a lot of money.
Yeah.
And I don't know. I hope that she can get her just due, but I don't like how the original artist went about it. Like, god darn well that clip is not your original song. That's not how it even sounds.
Yeah.
But I'm glad her name resurfaced because she went viral. She went crazy viral when that first.
It was so long ago. I have forgot about that video.
Mm-hmm. But you know what though? Soulja Boy, when I heard the verse that was supposed to go on, I'm like, okay, I get it.
You get why it wasn't on there?
I get why he got left off, but imagine this. Imagine working with somebody as big as Kanye or anybody in general, and you record this song, you play the album, you get ready to play your song, your verse don't even come on. I'd be mad too. Because I think it's one thing, like I feel like, a lot of artists, they record a lot of music. Some songs make the album, some don't. But when the song we worked on make the album, but my part ain't on there, I'm be a little upset. But I think same thing happened with the City Girls and Drake. Now, granted, they were still on the song, but the verses that they had, Drake wasn't going for it.
Yeah.
But I wouldn't handle it. I mean, we talking about Soulja Boy though. This is king of antics. So
yeah. And then on top of that, I think that people who are in the music industry, they don't really know, but that's how it works though. Even if it's a song that you were on, sometimes it ain't even an artist, it's the label. Now with Kanye might be different because he is like a person that is very hands-on because of his his I guess stature in the industry. Like he's like up here, so he can do whatever he wants. But when it comes to artists that aren't as established as him, they really don't be having a say. So I watched it in my own eyes. Like, even like, I don't know if you ever paid attention. Well, if you remember the thing with Asian Doll gets taken off a lot of songs. And she always has to make it known that I was on here first. I did the verse for this first. And
that ain't how she said though.
Yeah, that ain't how, she be going off. But it just happens that way just because of marketing sometimes. Like it can be up to the artist if they want to fight for it. But sometimes it's a business. You got to realize that it'll be easier for a person who is a new artist or who's just start popping out to gain more of an audience if they put somebody that's signed to a label opposed to an independent artist on there. Because the song will blow up. Because once you put them on it, then you pay them to promote it. Then y'all do a video together, and then the song becomes bigger.
I don't think it's uncommon. I mean, I remember they were saying that it was a song that Ashanti was on. I think it was supposed to be somebody else. I can't remember if it was Tamia. I think Ashanti was supposed to be on that. So Into You. I can't remember. But I will say this: Chris Brown and even Soulja Boy, not no independent art. I mean, not independent, not like low grade artists. But
for sure.
I think. I mean, I don't know what really happened, but I can, if they're upset, I'm sure it's bigger than they just decided not to move forward. I can just even looking at the text messages that Kanye sent Soulja and just how he communicated, he probably really made it seem like, this is gonna be the one, this is how we're gonna go, but did not even communicate nothing. I don't know. I don't even care because I'm not listening. So
yeah. um.
I'm not finna raise up out my seat
Oh my god.
involuntarily. So, so anyway, justice for Brie Babineau at the very least. Put your
Yeah.
arms around me and tell me everything's gonna be all right.
Can I be honest without sounding like a hater?
Oh boy, what you don't like about me? Fight me.
I can't really with like the yelling kind of singing.
Jennifer Hudson,
Can't do that.
K
Can't do it.
Michelle, or
K
whoever
Michelle,
that
I don't
is.
really listen to K like that. I do. I
Well,
listen
she
to a few
be.
songs,
Oh
but
my
she.
god, I never forget that one song. We gonna have some. It was the way she was singing and the way she was dancing in the video. I'm like, is it the same song?
Very special.
Yeah, it was like, girl, what they played the video shoot and what did you think they was playing?
Yeah, no,
I don't like it either. To me, some people might think it shows off their vocal ability, but in reality, it's a lot. Yeah.
You know, I have arguments with people that all the time, and I'm like, I'm not a singer. I play music before, but just because you can sing at a loud tone does not mean that you can sing, or if you can hold a note. Like,
yeah, Simon Cowell taught me that.
Like, even like one of the only people who I think has now I will say that their singing style to me is a little bit annoying, but I do think that they are very, 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 very talented at a loud pitch is Kiki Wyatt.
She be yelling too though. It'd be too much.
It's a yell, but it'd be like she can actually like, I don't know. I hate it. I don't know
if I like it from anybody except Beyonce. Ring the alarm. That was kind of loud.
Yeah. Now Beyonce grunts and screams.
Okay, because she can sing. When you can grunt, you can sing. like what Deborah Cox said. No.
Oh my god, that's the Escape grunt. Escape used to grunt like that too, though.
No, ooh, bops. All right. So who else we got? We talked about you had a little list. I forgot the list now. Hold on now. Oh yeah. So there was a dancer by the name of Mercedes Morr. She is she's from Houston and she was murdered. And according to this article I'm looking at, she was strangled to death in her home by Twitter says a stalker. Now I don't know the details of this. I also read that apparently she posted a picture in front of her home, even though she blurred out the house number.
Yeah,
that's actually really freaking scary. I just I know I say it all the time, but you just gotta not put certain stuff on it. Now, this is not her fault, not blaming her, but I'm saying little things like that. People can take, I mean, I know my capabilities of research and stuff. I can't imagine somebody that's stalking you and really passionate about bringing harm. And apparently it was a murder-suicide, which is even crazy because like, why you don't just kill yourself first instead of taking her off this earth? But people are really sick, man. And people be volunteering all kinds of information online, bro. And I just be like, it's like you might as well say, come rob me, come rape me, come kill me.
Yeah.
Come steal from me.
So her address was posted online?
No, this is now, let me just separate the two. So the article I was just reading says that she was strangled by a murder-suicide, but on Twitter, there was a thread saying that she posted a picture in front of her house with the address blurred. Now, I don't know if the two are related, but they were saying that she had made a post saying that she was being followed a while back, like some weeks ago. So I don't know if this was a known stalker or whatever the case is, but this person ended up getting enough information to make it inside her house and kill her.
That's nuts.
It's sick, man. I just, bruh.
I get so nervous about girls who work in nightclubs, especially in Atlanta, because the robbers and murderers in Atlanta, I know it's everywhere in the United States and the world, but I can only speak for where I live at. It's getting bad and it's getting really weird. Like it's getting like whole like weird situations. And a lot of my clients and female friends are nightclub workers. They're bartenders, they work at strip clubs, they're bottle girls at certain clubs or whatever the case may be. And they are known to make a lot of money. Like I know some girls like cash money. So I know girls that come home with like sometimes $10,000, $12,000 a night. you know, from those clubs. So people look at them as a target. They don't give a fuck about what you look like or who you are or what gender you are. They just know that you got money and they want it. And then we also have some sick people in the head that just get a thrill out of just killing people or kidnapping people. And then on top of that too, sex trafficking. There's so many different things.
It's a lot that come with that lifestyle. You don't even got to be a dancer. And not that dancers are worse, but I feel like they higher at risk because you're naked and you're more vulnerable. But strippers, all these people have a lot of cash, especially in Atlanta.
I think that something that I've been thinking about too that I think will be good, since they do make a lot of money, they can afford personal security guards. And I think that at this point, those type of girls, for one, I consider people who, I mean, it took me a long time, but I do consider people who are on social media and have a huge following like that. They have some sort of celebrity.
Yeah.
And I think that they definitely need security because people are nuts.
Facts.
And you
I
just
agree.
never know. You know what I'm saying? Especially when you're leaving work or if you have that type of job or you need to go out to somewhere in public, even for your house. Like, I think that you should definitely get security because it is.
Yeah, I agree. Stuff like that is what makes me fearful of living in the city. Not because of necessarily how people's access to me, but I just don't want to be around areas where stuff like that is happening at such an alarming rate. Like when I think about living in Midtown and you see some of the people that live in these high-rise buildings, they kind of live that lifestyle. And that's, you know, their own choice or whatever, but it's just too much to be around. And it's sad. And you're right though. I agree. Maybe they can get a driver who just knows their schedule and comes back home. But honey, sometimes you can't even trust that. It's like, what are you supposed to even do? And I know that it's like when you work a career like that or a job like that, it's hard to just leave it alone. You get a lot of money very fast. You getting what people get in not even a month. You know what I'm saying? In one night. Sure. So it's tough to be like, oh, get up out of there. It's like, bro, especially when you come from nothing, you making ends meet, you really living a life that you never thought you could have. So, you know, obviously what comes with that is the trade-off, you know, just like people who trap and stuff like that. It's like, you know, you got to watch behind your back. But I agree, man, it's really sad. I remember I wanted to be a bartender at one point, and I used to always say that I didn't want to work in clubs. I wanted to work at like venues, like the State Farm Arena or something like that. Cause I used to just be, first of all, I just didn't want to get caught up in that lifestyle of like the type of dudes that be around there. Like I don't want to be fighting folks off, but you know, some people they do it. It's a skill, but I wanted to do it safe. But I'm like, no, the money I want to make is not gonna be at State Farm Arena. It's gonna be at Onyx or something like that.
You know what's so crazy? I never wanted to do that. Like as wild as I was when I was younger, I thought about a lot of different things to make money, and that never crossed my mind. Like I never wanted to do that. I even thought about I mean, one time I was so broke, y'all, like my lights were off. This is when I like kind of just got out of jail. But my sister kicked me out of her house, and like where I was staying, we didn't have no lights. I didn't have no money for food, nothing. And when I tell you, I even thought about being a damn prostitute. I didn't even know how to start that though. So it was only for like 5 minutes I thought about it.
I didn't know that.
It was terrible. Like I used to.
This was in M Street?
No, this was before that or after. This was way after.
Dang,
this is before I moved my aunt, but it was so bad because.
But you know what? I get it though, because that's what put people in them situations sometimes.
Yeah, my sister kicked me out, and I ended up living with my friend. She offered her spot to me, and I had to share a room. And then at one point in time, she ended up, in order to pay the rent, she had to get a sugar daddy. And the sugar daddy he knew that I was there. But after a while, he would be like, you know, I'm paying your rent. The other roommate is a girl. We can pay this rent in here. But I mean, he said, I'll pay y'all rent. But I'm not paying no rent with no dude living there. He not making no money.
I get it.
So I used to have to put all my stuff in the hallway closet and literally sit in the hallway closet for hours because I had to hide when he came over there.
Really? Dang, I did not know this.
I mean, like I should just sit in there, and the closet wasn't small. It was
life is crazy. When you think about them type of situations, you just think, and you look at where you at now, it's like, I cannot believe.
Every day. I promise you, I will never take anything for granted. I never do that. I always help people because I remember during that time I used to genuinely just come to people and never ask them for money. I just asked them, how do I get started doing this? I remember it was this one girl who I used to work with in the underground. She was not work with. I met her in the underground when I was trying to work there, but she ended up working at Linux, and I was so like, I thought that she was so tea. Like I was like, damn, like girl, you really work at Linux, or how did you get this job? And I used to be so jealous of her because I'm like, damn, I really want to work doing makeup somewhere, but I just don't know. I was trying to work at the underground. But like she used to always give me advice, telling me stuff I need to do. And then like now she like a big social media influencer. And then she be just out like we write this and she was like, damn, I just remember when your ass was broke as hell.
I was just talking to my friend today, not necessarily about that, but when I have a lot of my main, I guess you could say day-to-day friends I talk to, I have met at work, and I learned some new stuff today about one of my friends. Like I always talk about like how it took me forever to graduate from college, and then even when I graduated, I still didn't have a job for like 3 years, and I found out like one of my friends got her GED. Took her 11 years to get her degree and little stuff like that. And I be feeling like people need to hear that because
Yeah.
society make you think that life is step A, B, C, D, but it's not. It's really not. And I think a lot of people go through that phase of they literally don't know what's next. They don't know what to do, how to get out of that situation, where their food coming from. Because this is, we go through school, grade school, we get prepared to get a diploma, but then what? Especially if you were raised by somebody who also didn't know what to do. So you just kind of are in these crazy situations until you just, I don't even want to say get lucky, but low key get lucky enough to find an opportunity that changes that for you. Like,
Yeah. I think that you got to have the right mindset because even during that time, I thought that I was ready for I guess success, but I wasn't. Like my head was still in the different space, and I was younger, so of course, I didn't really know no better. It just took life and life experiences for me to really understand what I needed to do and what I needed for myself and how to execute that. Like it didn't, it didn't come overnight, and I also stopped blaming other people for it because I think for a long time I used to just not necessarily blame people, but I would hold grudges against them because I'm like, damn, like you got all this success doing this, and all I'm doing is asking you a question. Even though
yeah.
I'm like, honestly, it doesn't hurt, but like I just felt some type of way about it. Then they would follow up and come back like, oh, I see you doing this and that. They want me to put them on and stuff. I'm like,
Like you got some nerve, you pussy.
the nerve.
Sorry.
The fuck I am.
That is so crazy. Dang, man. Well, I'm glad you got out of that situation for real. I mean, for
I
real.
never really talk about that because it just lives in the back of my head. But even
You,
though
I do remember you having a dark times, but I'm not gonna lie, I wasn't where I wanted to be either, so I couldn't necessarily
no,
judge.
we was all going through stuff. I think we were all adults. We just was figuring out life as an adult.
It's long. And think about it, that was what, 10 years ago? Look at how
Yeah,
much has changed.
yeah.
That's why I
Like,
tell people, like, listen, it might take you a long, like, for example, there could be somebody right now who might feel like they're a little older, or let's say you 45, right? Who knows? What else just throw? Oh, you can say 35. You at a point where you just like, dang, man, what I'm about to do next? And to me, it's like, listen, like for example, I seen this tweet on Twitter. Like people be like, oh, I want to go back and I want to go to college and get my bachelor's, but I'm 26. It's like, okay, but in 4 years, 4 years is gonna go by, and whether you have that degree or not is based on you. And not that everything's about college, but because took me a long time, I use it as an example. But I'm just saying, like, time is going to keep passing. So what you do today is going to make an impact on how this turns out. So you just got to start today. Like you
yeah.
have to start today. You can't keep letting time go by because the world is going to keep spinning and people will keep getting opportunities. And you could have been one of them people.
Yes, God. You better
It's
get into it.
God, honey. Whoo, honey. Okay, then. Well, I'm proud of you, Pooh.
Period. I'm proud of
Cause you
me.
ain't sleeping in my closet. It's already packed.
Mind you, I was sleeping in the closet. I had a boyfriend and everything. And you know
Uh-uh.
what's so crazy? I see him all the time now, and I'll just be so nice to him because like them, he used to really make sure I was good. Like he would bring me food.
Well, where he was staying at?
He had a apartment, or I think he had a roommate or something somewhere. But
Uh-uh.
he
You
was
know,
working.
next time you see, you need to spit on his shoes, making sure you was straight. But he over here living under. He got a window in his room.
I had a window in my room at night.
You couldn't see nothing just like you could in that closet.
I used to sit in the closet for hours. Like it got to a point where it used to irritate me, but I couldn't say nothing because I'm like living there for free.
Imagine
And
him trying to get something out of the closet. He opened the door and you just handing it to him.
I just used to leave after a while. So after a while, I would just like go to the library and fill out job
Dang, that's so
applications. This
crazy.
was in 4 seasons
My
projects.
goodness. Oh my god, that
I
room was
always
dirt
tell
cheap.
people like I didn't I never really thought about Creekside being a project, but I lived in Creekside for a long time, and it definitely was. But I guess because I lived in it, it didn't feel like the projects.
Yeah, I feel
So,
you.
but I really, in my head, I'm like, I didn't really live in the projects until I was an adult. So I was freaking 22, 21, 22. Like, it was bad. I didn't, it was so bad. I used to walk through Thomasville, walk to the library, fill out job applications.
Do you remember that when you had to do job applications in person?
Yeah. Yeah. I used to get on the bus and go. Like my auntie, I remember because I didn't want to tell nobody because at that time, like the only person who I thought that had my back was my sister for real. And she kicked me out. So I'm like,
dang. So I ain't had your back when she kicked you out.
I mean, not like that.
Nah, you about to get up off this show. Excuse me, you need to rephrase that.
I couldn't come live with you.
Oh, what age I was at this point?
22.
Oh, okay. But before that.
Yeah, but I'm saying.
Don't leave me out your tell-all story now, huh? I don't like
I'm not leaving it out, but I'm just saying as far as like family or somebody.
No, I feel. My bad.
So I'm like, my auntie had found out that I was living like that, and she was like, "What? Why would you not call me?" And so she ended up getting me like a MARTA card, and then she was like, "You need to go look for a job. Use this, go get it." She used to buy it for me, and I used to have to come pick it up for her. Then after a while, she was like, "Just come over here. We're just gonna find your way to get all your stuff, and you come over here."
Dang, you need a 4PF chain. Oh, you don't been through.
Listen, Alicia, it's so much. It's so much.
I understand. I haven't that situation you were in. I will say I did at the very least still stay with my mama, but even that's a privilege because you didn't have that opportunity to pass those years. So it's just like if I lost my mama at the age that you did, I don't know where. I probably would end up having to stay with my daddy. My life would be completely different, probably.
You will be a quick flexer, a finesser. I don't know.
But life is, and I feel like people need to hear these stories though, because it's so easy to see the glamorous side of people's lives, but you really genuinely do not know where they came from. Like, it's some people who really are flexing, but it's some people who got it out the mud. And I'm telling you, we both here to tell you, we got it out the mud.
Mine was a little bit stronger than mud. It was more like concrete balls. Yeah.
You the rose that grew from concrete. But for real, man, because I think I feel like social media, let me tell you something. There was a tweet that went viral on Twitter today. And long story short, it was some girl who asked a dude for money, and he was like, he can't do it because he got bills and he get paid every 2 weeks. But I just been noticing lately, like, social media has really painted this picture for people that basically money is what's most important. Number one, you don't need to be dating no dude if he ain't give you no money. And I don't know what y'all folks who folding shirts at Victoria's Secret think that's who you deserve to have. And no shades of folks who doing that. But I think you need to be realistic when you want to manifest a partner and then what you actually bring to the table. Number two, I feel like people just think that out the gate they're supposed to have this extremely well-paying job because with social media, ain't no age filter. You see everybody at the same time. So you don't really know what's necessary. So people come in here or go out there with these unrealistic expectations. They think they want to go for this stuff that they don't really qualify for. And now they're in a mode of depression because they think they ain't made it because they're trying to keep up an image that social media painted. But everybody got to start somewhere. Now you need to start as soon as possible, but you got to start somewhere. And I just think that social media really has become the reason why people are in the mental states that they are, because they think that they should be doing the same thing. And as soon as you realize that that's not the case, the better off you will be.
So, amen.
Okay. You want to, what's the next shop top?
So I wanted to talk about one of my favorite girls, Miss Summer Denise Walker. And her
Summer Walker showed that personality this week.
Yeah, I think she because the thing about Summer is I do think that she has anxiety. I think that what it is that her anxiety is pretty much the same type of anxiety that most people have. She's just a singer and she's open about it. Most people aren't in the industry. And you think that, oh, you rich, oh, you got a successful career, blah, blah, blah. You can't have that. You need to be happy.
Yeah, like Diddy posted a story recently about him being dealing with depression. People like, but you got all this. It's like, that's the problem. Yeah, the disconnect is where y'all think success equals happiness.
I have a friend right now today that literally said, because I was being sympathetic to another friend because they were opening up about their depression and where it may have been coming from and things that of that nature. And this fool literally was just like, I just don't understand all the crying and stuff. Like, if I had money and I had that much money doing this, I wouldn't be sad. I said, you think
That's
money
not
fixes
true, man.
problems?
There
Do
are
you
so
think
many
money
things.
cover up trauma? Like, I mean,
Exactly, because you don't even deep down you still have your individuality. You might have access to more things because you have money, but the way you truly feel about yourself and where you like that, to me, one thing I've gathered too, the more money I've made, I always want more. But if I didn't believe in myself and feel like and genuinely feel like I was that girl, I wouldn't be happy. And I think people need to realize, and I think a lot of stuff too, people get so involved in so many different things that they really don't even take time to think about that about themselves. They don't really realize the things that they're dealing with, why they act the way they act, and why their friendships go the way they go, because they got other issues they prioritize, and because they want to have them funds to have fun.
it's not all about that.
That's why I want everybody to at least live alone for a couple of years, because I feel like that's when I did my most like self-reflection, living alone, coming home every day, really getting to know what I want my personal space to look like, things that make me happy. Because that's when I realized, for real, that's really when I realized who I truly was. The first time I truly lived alone was when me and my ex, who we stayed together, we broke up. I had the apartment to myself. That's when I started traveling. I started getting more creative in other aspects, things about myself I had never done before. So I just feel like it's just really important to do that. You need to, if you just keep all these people around you, all y'all just lifting each other up in emptiness.
Hello, please say that louder. Because
I don't want to wake the dog up, but
okay, I'm sorry. That just really touched my soul.
yeah, it's
But
just
no,
more to it than that. And people, that's why people be 40, 50 years old. They're realizing like, dang, I didn't even know that I actually had daddy issues. Cause you ain't,
yeah.
and you wonder why your relationships might have failed, your friendships failed, and you don't even know why this person stopped talking to you. And it's like, you sick
Are
of
you a
that?
psychic? This is lit.
No, I'm not, but I have been very observant once I got to know myself, because there's things that I am dealing
The
with.
spiritual girls call that shadow work.
Oh, I don't want that. That sounded the Kanye album.
Okay.
But it's stuff about myself that I didn't think it was an issue until I got into like around 28. And I started to realize, like, I never been, to me, I don't think I've ever been a toxic person per se, but I do have ways that can be toxic. Like the way I handle stuff, and I'm very like, I compartmentalize a lot of things. It'd be outside of mind, but when you really think about it, and if you go to therapy, you can really realize like where that stems from. And it might be cool and all that, but in reality, when you get older, that junk will just come down. People will be having heart attacks at a young age, having aneurysms, just all kinds of stuff related to stress, and that's not okay.
Period. But no, Summer and her baby father had a little internet drama this weekend because I don't even know how it started exactly, but Summer said that this is from her. She said that she went on a date with her new boyfriend, and then London started to send her threatening texts and threatening messages and all this other stuff, and was watching her. And then the other baby mamas, which I don't even understand the smoke,
they ran to the keyboard.
I mean, came and just lit it up like, oh, da da da, and they were just attacking Summer, which I think is weird, because I think that, and this is just my opinion, and I could be wrong. When it comes to dating those type of people that's in the industry, for the most part, you kind of know what you're getting yourself into, and you kind of know what's up with it. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know that you definitely going after this guy because of his notoriety or his money or whatever the case may be. And that may not be the case for everybody, because sometimes people genuinely like these folks. But from the outside looking in, for the most part, when girls go after those type of men, they know what's up. They're looking to get a check.
Exactly, because you can't genuinely want to be a single parent.
Yeah, exactly.
It's hard for me to believe that anyway.
When you have kids by him, by these men or whatever, it's a possibility he can move on, that y'all will break up, you'll move on, blah, blah, blah. I don't think that it's smart for you to dislike the other girl that he ends up dating in the future, if y'all do break up. Because my thing is, if he's not taking care of his kids on his end, that's a different story. But from what both of y'all are saying, like, oh, he's present in my kid's life and he do this and he do that.
But they wasn't saying that when he was with Summer.
Exactly. So what's the truth?
So they
Now I
trying to
feel like
kick
they
it. They
were fine.
trying to kick it as if Summer was the reason. But what I think it was is they had a problem with him being with her, and so they was mutually having beef. And now that they broke up, that's their way. Like how she said, I gave him back, because people really be. Once you have a kid with people, they be, even if you don't have a kid, they be feeling they have some kind of ownership of your life, men and women. And I feel like the way, however, London was kicking it to Summer because she wanted a date, that was him having, trying to be possessive and stuff like that. And he could be, consistent with how some men are active in his kid's life now all of a sudden because he wants some attention from them too. You know what I'm saying? From the mothers.
Yeah.
So it's like, this is why I don't believe in having kids. When you have a child with somebody, you literally are subscribing to that drama for the rest of your life. It's crazy. And I also feel like if you're going to date somebody with kids, you just need to fully understand what's coming with that and how involved they are in the child's life and the children's mother's life, because you play a role in that now, even if y'all are just dating. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's just a lot. Like, that's some miserable stuff. I'm out here. You can have this baby back for real, for real. Take it to
But
the
it was funny to see Summer handling it in that situation because
She
normally
snapped though, but in a funny way.
yeah, like normally she's very like somber or attitudey or whatever. She's not welcoming, but I think that showed that she does have a different side to her, because before it was just like, girl, like.
And he tried to say he didn't want to say that because of her mental health. Don't try to pull that. Do not try to pull that.
Okay, she might do have mental health problems, but
he tried to kick it like, no, it's a misunderstanding because she's crazy. That's what I got from that.
Yeah, no, and you got some too, obviously, because you, child, don't get me.
Also, man, I'm not gonna lie. I just feel like even me as a regular consumer can see London on the track as not being the best person to be in a relationship with. So, I mean, you
maybe make music with.
Yeah, he makes some hits now, but I just feel like you can't even be surprised that this type of stuff is going down. And then the way Summer carried on before she even got pregnant, it's like, girl, you kind of like pot calling kettle black now because you part of that same baby mama crew.
Oh my God.
I'm just saying, like, she was dissing them and saying all this kind of stuff, and then you became the baby mama you spoke out against. I just cannot imagine being with a dude who was not an active father. Now, I don't know how active he is with those kids, but clearly the drama reflects. Now, I know some people who definitely give drama with the baby daddy, even if the daddy is doing a part. But to me, I'm just red flags. Kind of
or green. You know, people have green flags.
They be yellow. And then she ignore them and they turn red instead of turning green. But yeah, it's a lot, honey. I can't. Oh, geez. That's one of my fearful things about having kids, because even in the best relationship, stuff can go so left. And now you have a child. When I break up with you, I don't ever want to speak to you again.
Yeah, I'm the same way. I don't like if we broke up, that's it. But I think that because it's been situations where like people have, like, friends have left this earth and it was some things unsettled, I'll be like, you know what? We good. I just want to make sure you know that we're not getting back together. We're not going to be friends, but I just want to know you good.
I'm gonna tell you how I feel when we break up and don't speak to me again. You didn't die with us beefing. We ain't got nothing to talk about.
Maybe I should be more like that. You need to teach a class.
Oh, hush, here you go. But I just feel like I wouldn't keep nobody around just because I'm afraid they're gonna die. No.
I'm not keeping them around. I'm just clearing the air and then boom, we over with.
I have definitely lost people that I was beefing with and they passed away, but that's because I didn't properly communicate how I felt. But if I did and they passed away, there's nothing I can do about that. But we was not gonna be cool just because of that, because I've already made it up in my mind. I don't even know what this episode about. We just I'm gonna call it from closets to
then they're gonna think it's about
gonna be just called closet.
Trapped in the closet.
Oh no. Let me tell y'all something. We all know R. Kelly was sick, okay? And we also knew he was even sicker than we thought when that documentary came out. But this trial, he's sick. The man is sick, okay? It's like sick. Literally. It's disgusting. It's actually, I be wanting to cry when I hear what these folks are saying. Like, I really kind of wish this was televised, but I know they're trying to protect some of the victims. But that is a sick man. Whoever worked at that McDonald's, y'all enablers too. Cause how in the world, how was this going on for so long at this same McDonald's? R. Kelly is a sick man.
And you know what's so crazy? People let shit go on so long because he used to come up to the school for the other girl
Let
and
me
they
tell you
didn't say
something, because
nothing.
people have power, just like Kanye. Nobody finna check Kanye. Do you want to work for the one of the most successful artists in the world? Yes or no? All right, here we go.
They'll check him when they kick him off the album.
Right. That's what I'm saying. Oh my God. R. Kelly is a sick man, And he ain't the only one, but it was like that part of him consumed him. It was like bigger than music to him, it seemed. And the way he even manipulated people by having them do these fake confessions so he can use it, that is sick. Whew.
I don't even know R. Kelly exists these days. I just don't.
Listen, I swear to God, I'm like, bro, I hate he get anything off of Leah albums, bro.
Yeah.
And that laundromat song with Nivea.
That's honestly probably the reason why her family never put her
okay,
album.
but why the albums dropped the day that they mentioned her on the trial? What a coincidence. That's really sad what he did to her. So every time I look at clips of her, I think about that, how her innocence was stolen, even though she was grown at the video I'm looking at her in. It's just he's a sick man, y'all. It's some sick people out here, bro. And I hate that people fell victim to him. I want people to see a red flag and run from it. Because a lot of these people, even though they were underage, they did willingly go back to him and, be around him, probably from the excitement of the celebrity. But you should know what's wrong and what's not. It's just really freaking sad. This man might as well be a killer, honestly.
So, this just arrived to the docket. If you got kids listening, cut it off or send them out the room. But no, it ain't nothing bad. Just grown, just a little too grown for children ears, Trick Daddy Dollars decided to get on Beyonce's internet with a video leaked of him, not leaked, but a video was put up of him talking about him enjoying getting his butt ate. Now, the thing about it is,
it's balloon knot.
Yeah. Now, the thing about it is, Trick, this ain't the first time he said this.
Yeah, he talk about it all the time.
He says this all the time, But now they don't pull Tank in it because, Tank said this. But here's my thing about
it. Tank married.
It don't matter if he's not married or not. I mean, you don't have to be married to get your butt ate.
Period. But that's on balloon knot.
Yeah. Can you please stop saying it? So my thing about this is it's just so funny because it's coming from me. When it comes to the LGBT community, we don't have any rules. So it's funny to us that that when it comes to the bedroom, straight people just have all these fucking rules, and I'm just wow,
just have fun. I know what's crazy is the people that hate it probably have the most basic sex, because ain't no way you just okay with penetration.
Or they curious about it, and they gotten it. I talk to people about it, and like I even ask my girlfriends, like
Oh, I ain't know you.
Not.
I didn't know you like the.
I'm sorry, my female acquaintances.
Oh, sorry, ladies.
I asked them. About stuff like that because I know that a lot of people have been coming out recently or in the recent years saying that when it comes to having sex with their man, they do things that, aren't considered the norm, I guess. Even though to me is the norm. I'm like, I don't see nothing wrong with that. But
a lot of the stuff is the norm. People just have to publicly deny it because they homophobic.
So every time I do it, I bring it up. The conversation will start with, I'm not doing that. And then by the time we're done, they'll be like, okay, you might be right. Because my whole thing about it is people complain about, people look at that type of stuff as gay, but being gay or being homosexual is literally having sex with the same sex.
Exactly. Literally
so
just
you're
that.
Doing that with a female, like if you're a male and you're doing it with a female, what's gay about that?
Exactly. It's just
having
stupid.
Heterosexual sex. You're just doing things to please each other. You know what I'm saying? So I don't get why it's such a big deal. And the fact that people internalize that as homosexual acts, that's when people step out and go look for it in the other place. Because I mean, if you enjoy getting that done, or if that's something that you really enjoy, this is another reason why people kind of step out when it comes to trans women. Like people ask me all the time, do I think that men who date or have sex with trans women, do I think that they're gay? No, because you know what it is? It's the illusion of a woman, but they don't have any rules.
Yeah.
So your wife at home is like, and I'm not justifying it at all. I don't condone cheating or being
secretive.
Or being secretive about stuff like that. But I can also understand why stuff like that happens.
Yeah. I mean, I just feel like, I think people are becoming more accepting of a lot of sexual stuff, but I just feel like, so what? Just do it. Just do what make you feel good. Jesus. Even when you add in the, is he gay if he has like, it doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. As long as you know, I just am not a fan, like you said, I'm not a fan of the download stuff. Like I don't care what a person decides to do in the bedroom, but if we are together, I would like to know what you've done or what you're interested in. But I just feel like it just doesn't matter. And listen, it's a lot of people who be out with, like I was listening to Poor Minds podcast, and Jerome Trammell was on there, and he was talking about how out of like 7 out of 10 dudes that he meets in Atlanta either be already gay or DL. And it's like, it's so many people that's living these kind of lifestyles. Now, I don't know how accurate those numbers are, but I'm not surprised either. Like, sex is great. It's fun.
Yeah.
We got a whole sicko on trial because of his illness towards sex. Like, it is something that people truly enjoy. And if you're gonna be, let's say the average person starts having sex at 18, let's say 17, 18, and you live to be 100. You mean to tell me all you did was in and out? I highly doubt it. Let's be for real. Let's be for real. That's all you doing? Let's be for real. Come on.
Sorry, I didn't mean to fall out like that, but what the hell?
You get what I'm saying?
I feel you.
Now, it's a whole lot of stuff I never did, but I ain't closed the door on nothing.
Yeah.
Except for same sex.
It is what it is. You can't. You said what?
Except same sex. I can't. I'm not attracted to women, period.
Yeah.
But when it comes
to, I can't do the opposite sex, and I'm not doing any bodily fluids. I'm not doing that.
Yeah, no pee. But I mean, maybe if we're in the shower, I'm just playing. But no, I'm just playing. I've never done pee either. But I'm just saying, when
free zone,
it's an experience. It's like, would you want to work the same job your whole career? Probably not. You want to try a little data analysis.
Okay.
A little exploratory analysis.
It'll be you for me.
Listen, I just feel like people should just, when people go so hard to, like how they was, the one dude anyway, to me, was acting when Trinidad said this. I'm like, first of all, how does this topic even come up, and how you ask him a question and then react like that when you get the answer?
And you know what's so crazy? I think it's because it was Trick Daddy, because then when Tank said it before, he got some side eyes, but it wasn't as bad. But I don't think
they was dragging him when he was on Lip Service podcast.
Who?
Tank. Yes, they was calling him gay, everything. Yeah, it's annoying. I remember, because this when I was living in Tucker. I remember that time frame, because his album came out shortly after, because it was on a media run. I just feel like, just do what you want to do. Dang. Anyways, I'm getting mad. I just don't even care enough. You can put it through my glasses if you want. Like, Jesus.
Mm-hmm.
Anyways, look at us. We had an hour. I don't know how much the output gonna be, but
it's all good. We had an episode.
What's up with this wedding? What city is in?
All right, the wedding is finally here. I know I've been talking about this wedding since April, May, March, whenever I found out.
Oh, this the one in Vegas?
It's the one in Vegas, y'all.
Period.
So let me just tell y'all that I am blessed and highly favored. This is one of the this is just reassuring me that I need to move out of Atlanta. This client is not from this coast, they're from the West Coast, and this is the most highest paying job that I've ever had. And they're not famous. So I always tell people all the time, do not focus on just having celebrity clients, because you will be poor unless you have some labeled clients. But other than that, like, that's just for followers. Anywho, this wedding, and that's why I'm going out loud for it, because I actually got an actual invitation for the wedding, and I don't know if I showed you the invitation, but
I think you did. Was it the book?
Yes.
Yeah, that was fire. I like that.
Intense. So, I'm going out for the wedding. I went and got me a little suits. It's in Vegas, so I'm wearing shorts I'm wearing a blazer and a vest and a tie, but I'm wearing shorts because it's hot. But yes, I'm bringing the assistant with me. They getting paid real good.
Wow, and I'm right here. That's crazy.
You can't do nobody face, baby.
Why I can't? I can't apply no lashes.
Listen, you need to do these. This is
Okay, anyway, carry on with your little story. I see why I stand with you. Balloon knot.
you let me sleep in that closet. So
I didn't even know you was in there. Closed mouths
I
don't
know.
get fed.
You think I wanted to tell you I was
You in there
sleeping
with
in the
dust
closet?
bunnies.
Man, I was in there with a lot of stuff. Okay, but I had my phone though. I had my cell phone.
Phone by dead. They like, what's that light under the door? Nah.
Metro PCS. So yeah, I'm be going to Vegas for the next 5 days, and then immediately after, I'm going to Fashion Week, I think, if it permits. So my only issue is that I may not be able to attend the shows because I lost my vaccination card.
You can get your shot records. I just got mine the other day. It takes.
How long did it take?
Same day. Printed out same day.
How you do that?
I went to Emory downtown, but you can go to any Emory. It's a hospital. They got access to your shot records.
So anybody shot records?
I literally have they literally showed me every shot I got since I was born. Swear to God.
Wow.
And Pfizer was the last. Huh?
Just go
call them first. Just call and see. I did make an appointment because I went for like travel just to make sure I wasn't behind on any shots or anything like that. But literally, they had my shot records right in front of me. I swear to God.
They printed it out?
Yeah, print it out. I promise you.
Okay, when you get a chance, send me the link or something.
Well, I just called Emory. So you can just Google Emory Hospital. It's the one right there in Midtown.
Oh, right by me. Okay, I'll do that. But I guess I am going to the shows.
Yeah, please do. You don't give up that easy.
I just didn't know. And then when I went on the site today, they were saying that it was going to take 10 days.
I swear to God, I promise
I was like, oh God.
They had every shot from 1989. Now, I wasn't going to Emory up until I started getting money.
Yeah.
So
I never been to Emory, so they probably won't have mine.
Sweetheart, call them folks.
Okay.
Call a doctor that you've gone to.
Got it.
Your shot records exist somewhere. Like it's not just, it's not impossible to get.
They were just saying go to the health department, but the health department told me to do it online. Then I seen that it was.
Yeah, that's a government agency. So just call at the very least call Emory and see what you can do. That's all I would say.
Heard. But my only issue right now is finding an apartment. So I haven't found one, still in the hunt.
So what you gonna do? You gonna get like an Airbnb or something until you find something? Like what's the long-term plan if you don't or a short-term plan if you don't find something on time?
Well, I don't have to be out of this apartment until November 17th, so I have time.
Oh, okay, true.
So I have time. I just want to find it now to just get the stress off of my back, so I won't have to worry about it later. But the thing about it is these people are very inconsistent. And I think the problem is that they want to see people in person, which is also an issue for me because I'm like, what you want to look at? I got everything.
Right. I know people that have definitely gotten apartments before they even moved.
Yeah. I've literally applied for this one online and did everything over the phone. I couldn't even see an apartment in person.
Yeah, I believe
until I moved in. So it was, you know what I'm saying? But the loft place is like, oh, we need you to come in and do a walkthrough physically. Why?
That's crazy. You want to risk your life and have me come down there?
Like, I don't get it. So,
well, if you go to Vegas, you'll be a little close, I guess. So.
But I got to come back and go to New York for Fashion Week.
Okay, well, I'm trying to help you. When you bring me some banana pudding.
We ain't doing that again. Unless I could check the bag, I'll do it.
Okay, check the bag. I'll come pick you up.
Okay. Here we go.
All right. Well, anyway, let's wrap this episode up. I need to go to the lavatory.
I love that. I'm going to start saying that. Okay.
That's how you know I'm well traveled.
Period. You can't say well traveled until you use them bathrooms in Dubai.
Oh, period. And I mean it. Okay, cool. Anyway,
that's not a good thing. That's not a good thing.
Oh, okay. Dang. Well, either way, y'all have a good week. Holla at your girl.
Periana Sequana.
Oh, all right. Goodbye.